Okay, so this is the requested mirroring the video. I'll use the same paint example video because it was quite impressive. I'm not going to do the vertical version, but I will mention the vertical version, but it's the same setup. So I'm just going to go into here. I've got the video in there. I'm going to go composition, new composition. I'm going to do the width 1920 by 1080. And I'm just going to set the background color to black. And OK. So we've got 10 seconds. Just drag the video in. So here it is. I'm just going to scale this up so it's the right size. So I'm just going to hit S and just scale this up till it fits. Okay, so let's say it's about there. That will do. That's sort of as far as actually I didn't know why I did that. Let's just move it to here and you'll see why I'm questioning that, because I want it just coming out the top. So I'm just going to hit R for rotate and type in 90. Then I'm just going to slide this over so it's in the middle. Okay. Now if you wanted to, you could hit Command R to bring up the rulers, and then you can bring in a guide. So that's 0, that's 1920. So half of 1920 is 960. So this could just help you, and then you can just drag that over and it snaps on. Okay. Then you can hide the guides with the same keyboard shortcut as you do in Photoshop. So again, you know the keyboard shortcuts, you know them in both. Hide the rulers is Command R. Okay. Now we've got this. So I don't want to have to resize that again and turn it round again. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go select it here, copy, paste. So now I've got 2 of them. I'm just going to drag it over. Okay, so just drag it over. I'm going to hold Shift so it doesn't come off, and I'm just going to get it to be like that. Now, straight away, even that looks quite cool. But what we want to do is flip this one over. So what I showed you was in here. If you hit S for scale, we want to sort of scale it. And what you'll see is if you scale it down, eventually it comes up the other side. So that might be one way to do it. Okay. And then if you just drag it down a little bit so it matches. So that might be quite fun in its own right. So if you just play this. And I'm sure you saw exactly this diagonal sort of thing happening in that Orphan Black video that I showed you, but that's not what we're after. Okay, so I'm just going to undo that. So Command Z. It doesn't seem to be undoing it. So let's just say, let's just delete that one again. Delete it, and we'll copy this one more time. Copy and paste. There it is. I'm going to drag it across. Hold down Shift to keep the same size. See, came at the same level. Then this one, I'm just going to hit S for scale. I'm going to unlock the 2. And I know that if I just type in on this one, well, it would be this one in actual fact because I've rotated it. Just put a minus before it. It just flips it around and joins it up. Okay. And that's sort of it. Okay. So you can just close these up, wind it back and play. And if you wanted to see that because you thought it looked super cool, you are completely right. It does look super cool. Okay. Especially that first bit. So there's all sorts of things you can do. You know, you can get it to here. If you just pre-compose them, so right click, pre-compose. So now it's just going to put them into one layer. And then if you just Command Shift D, you crop it. And then this one, you go time reverse. Is that going to do what I want? It certainly is. So watch this. That's the noise it makes. And it's not actually done what I wanted, but you get the idea. You understand what I was trying to do. I was just trying to reverse, get it to play backwards. Okay. I don't know why it didn't do that. I need to just get my head around why that didn't work. Let me just see if I just drag this along. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just need to, that's what it looks like there. And then I just need to find the same bit here. So let's just turn that bit up. Oh, that's about it in actual fact. So if I just trim it there, Command Shift D and delete. I don't know if this will match perfectly, but let's just see. No, it doesn't, but you get the idea. So that's mirroring. That was all there is to it. Now, if instead you're wanting to do the kaleidoscope, just get this in, drop it in, and not that one. Delete that one, just the video on its own. There we go. I'll just scale it up. The kaleidoscope is just in the effects and presets, search for CC Kaleida. Okay, there it is. Drag and drop it on. Here it is, done. Okay, so now when you play it, starts black and you get this. Now up here, you can change the scale. That's the first one I'd play with, scale. So you can see much more of it. If you just zoom in, you end up with this, which looks amazing. Very, very beautiful. You can change the sort of mirroring. Okay, so this one in actual fact is pretty well mirrored. Okay, although it is going both ways. And you've got lots of options. I'm just going to go back to the flower and just show you what this does. So if we go back to here and you just play around with the angle, don't forget that you can animate this. Okay, so if you can imagine this playing, you're going to animate it. So record it there and then go to here and record it at 180. And let's just see what that's done. So it's actually rotating as it goes. And if you remember what we did last week with easing, just go into the R for rotation. Sorry, it's not. It's in. We're rotating it here. So if you just open this up and you go to Effects, CC Kaleida, there's the rotation. Here are the keyframes. So just get both of the keyframes, right click, Easy Ease, then bump up the numbers. So it's keyframe velocity and just bump up 100, 100. Let's just see what that does. So you'll have a much more organic rotation. So it starts, speeds up. Look at that. That looked amazing. Watch. Speeds up, speeds up, speeds up. Boom. All right, really good. So lots of options. That's mirroring and kaleidoscope. Loads of things to play with in the effects and presets. Dive in anytime. Okay, see you soon. Bye.